Bam, bam. What's up, guys? Goodbye.
Nice seeing you. Bye.
We are back. How's it going? Thursday stream. We are talking about movies that we've seen in March of 2021. Yeah, boy. We've seen quite a few movies, I would say. We've seen like 13, and we are here to review them, rank them, like we did for January and February together. But we've decided, you know what? Let's do this thing monthly, because if not, there's gonna be too many movies. Anyway, if you're just tuned in, say hi in the chat if you want. If you don't want to say hi, well, hi anyway. If you have any questions or thoughts, leave it in the chat. We're gonna gladly acknowledge them and talk about whatever you want to say or you said. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, we are here to do the thing. Matisse Valentin says hi in the chat as well. Say hi back to him. I'm gonna do it. You know what?
Okay.
Hi. You see? Bam. Bam. So good.
Nice.
Now let's put my Photoshop tier list on so you can see it. So those are the movies. Hopefully you can see everything. If not, let us know in the chat. But yeah, let's without further ado start with the first movie that we're gonna talk about. I'm just gonna put the AC off because it's too loud and I don't like it.
Okay.
Wow, really, Matisse.
Sorry.
So yeah, Chaos Walking is the first movie we're gonna talk about.
Chaos Walking is the first movie?
Is the first one. Why?
Wow.
Well, we had to wait for this movie for like, what, 5 years?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I think it was announced in 2015. Then the first release was in 2018, I think. The first release date. Then delayed it to 2019. Then delayed it in 2020 multiple times. And it came out. And honestly, it's much better than people say. I would say.
I would say that too.
Yeah, we are on the same page about this movie. I think Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley have an amazing chemistry. I like the world of this Chaos Walking world, whatever it is. It's based on a book, which I don't know how good of a representation this movie is. I haven't read the books. There's multiple books, if I know correctly. But the movie itself, yes, it has some pacing issues. You can kind of feel that the reshoots totally changed the movie in a way. I think that the ending was completely different than what we've got. But yeah, I like the ending.
The ending also feels completely different from what the entire movie is setting up prior to that.
True that.
Yeah.
But overall, I think Doug Liman did a good job with it. I think it's well directed. Action pieces are really well done, especially everything with the horses. It's really well shot. The soundtrack is good. I would say the performances. Mads Mikkelsen is in it. Nick Jonas as well. But I would kill Nick Jonas in this movie.
In this movie, okay.
Yeah, not in general. I think Nick Jonas is
Rush.
is an awesome person, I guess. I don't know him. If there's anybody in the chat who knows Nick Jonas, let us know.
Nice.
But yeah, what would you say, like, overall thoughts about this movie, Matit?
Yeah. It's a movie, you know. I thought it was watchable. You know, you can watch the movie, you can have a good time.
Would you say?
I pretty much agree with you.
Would you say that did the movie left you wanting more of this world?
Sure. Yeah. I wouldn't mind returning back to this one to explore some more. Yeah, about this way, I would really love seeing more of Tom Holland and I want to say Zendaya, but it's not.
Daisy Ridley.
Daisy
Ridley.
Yeah, I thought they both did a really good job. It's fun. It's entertaining movie. Also has some funny moments. You know, they do use the concept of this world and kind of laugh at it at the time. So I thought that was pretty well made. And yeah, I don't get the hate for this one.
I mean, it has 23% on Rotten Tomatoes by critics. I can understand the pacing. The pacing is problematic, but it does not take away from my experience of the movie. Like I said, I like the world. I like what they did with it. I want to see more. I mean, we can get another movie or a TV show. I wouldn't mind to see that, but I would really like to see them returning to this. But because they're very in demand actors right now, it's gonna be very difficult to do a sequel for this movie. I mean, that's one of the reasons why the reshoots took so long. I mean, they had like Spider-Man and Rise of Skywalker and so many other movies to make before the reshoots. So that's why we had to wait so long. But let's rank it where it goes on average. I would say average.
Average, yeah. Put it on average.
It's right in between. It's completely watchable. So it is in average. Tom and Jerry, next movie.
I don't know why I was so excited for Tom and Jerry. I mean, another one of those that I'm kind of like, well, what did you expect with this? Like, this movie is getting shit on so much. I thought it was fine. I did a movie reaction for this one. I thought it was.
Go check it out.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah,
But,
you have to check it out.
yeah, it's a fun slapstick. I all of the Tom and Jerry stuff was fun to me in the movie. There is not enough of it, I would say. The human stuff is not that fun, but
Yeah, sure.
yeah,
I mean,
it's fun.
If you expect this movie to be the next Schindler's List, well, I don't know what the heck are you thinking about.
Yeah, it's actually better.
Yeah, it's you haven't even seen Schindler's List, so.
Don't say that out loud.
But yeah, I mean, there's this nostalgia factor that works. I love Tom and Jerry as a kid, and I always watched it. So I was excited for this, and I wasn't expecting something deep and meaningful. Characters, like human characters, are okay. Yeah, they are there. But you are here for Tom and Jerry. And slapstick comedy works, in my opinion. But yet again, another movie that is completely watchable, not as bad as people think or say, in my opinion, in our opinion. So I would go with average yet again.
Yeah, it's average.
It's completely okay. The design of Tom and Jerry is good. Animation, CGI mixture works really well. So yeah, I like it. I like it enough. The Mauritanian is the next one, starring Jodie Foster, Tahar Rahim, Shailene Woodley, and Benedict Cumberbatch, based on a true story. And who?
Zachary Levi.
Oh yeah, Zachary Levi. Yeah. I completely forgot about that. Golden Globe nominee.
Winner.
Winner. Yeah. Tahar Rahim was also nominated for a Golden Globe. This movie didn't get any nomination at the Oscars, if I remember correctly. Which is surprising because Jodie Foster won.
Golden Globe.
Yeah, Golden Globe. So that is surprising.
But would you put her in the nominations for Oscars?
I mean, I haven't seen. What is it? I would switch Amanda Seyfried. Just Get Out. Get Out.
But I would put Ellen Burstyn in there.
True that. But if I had to put somebody from this movie and take out somebody that has been nominated, I would switch Jodie Foster with Amanda Seyfried. Either way, the Mauritanian movie based on a true story about this guy who got put in a cell in Guantanamo Bay for absolutely nothing. It's right around the era of 9/11, and he was pretty much abducted and made guilty even though he didn't do anything. And he was in the prison, I don't remember how many years, but it's been a lot of years. And even when he was proven not guilty, he was still in prison for I don't know how many years before released. This movie I really did enjoy. I think the first half, it's a bit weird in places. Pacing is like all over the place. But when you get to the last part, like the third act, let's say, it really picks up and it hits emotionally. You're shocked. How the heck is this even possible? Like
Yeah.
how like something like this, the things that are happening in this movie actually happened. It's mind blowing. You're actually like, what the heck, US? How the heck did you allow this to happen? How did the government allow that to happen? And
Hmm.
how I don't even understand how people who did really bad things to this person could even live with themselves. I don't understand it. I honestly don't.
Yeah, especially some stuff that happened that is said at the end of the movie in text. You're kind of
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what? What? Yeah.
It's mind-boggling how the hell this one system who's like, we are the best country in the world and we care about everybody, blah blah blah, did something like that. It's mind-blowing, and just for that reason you should watch this movie,
Hmm.
to see how the system is completely dumb in parts, and the performances, especially Tahara Him and Jodie Foster, are incredible. What are your thoughts on this movie?
I pretty much agree with everything you said. I thought the movie was really good, very well shot as well. Like especially like how they portray some of the flashbacks and everything, and how it's edited. And there is a sequence in the movie that is like disgusting to watch. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
There's like a 20-minute sequence in the movie which is just horrific,
Yeah.
and they tried to make it that way, so they did their job, but it truly makes you like sick.
Um, so where would we put this movie? Really good?
I would say really good.
Yeah, it is. I think that it has also rewatchability. Like, uh, what was I trying to say? It's rewatchable, even though
Mhm.
it's a hard topic and really tough movie to go through, because it deals with things that you cannot believe that actually happened. But
Mhm.
I watched it twice already, and I would say it's even better on the second time because you look even more closer to what they're talking about, and when you expect, it's better. I would say it's better in the second time. Watching
Mhm.
this movie, because when we first watched it, we watched it together. You liked it more than I did,
Mhm.
but now I can appreciate every single thing they were trying to do. So yeah, I agree with you that it's really good and goes up here. Next one, another Oscar Best Picture nominee, Best Actor nominee,
And
Best.
not another.
Oh, and the
which
first
which
one. Oh
helps.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
the
what is
first
this.
one.
The first one,
Yeah.
The Father. Yeah, boy. Anthony
Yeah.
Hopkins, Olivia Colman. Your thoughts?
It's like it's unbelievable. It's amazing. The performances in this movie are outstanding, and just like we went into this movie expecting it to be pretty damn good, but we were still blown away by how just emotional and just hard hitting this movie is. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is a masterpiece, in my opinion. If I would see this movie in 2020, I don't know which one I would put on the best. Like the best movie of the year would be, maybe it would be between The Father and Sound of Metal. I
Hmm.
honestly wouldn't be able to decide. This is a masterpiece and very sad movie. So don't expect be happy and jolly and be like woohoo, because it's not.
Mm.
It's very depressing. It's look into dementia, uh, an old person dealing with that, and or at least like his family dealing with that, because he doesn't know where the heck he is. He's constantly confused, not knowing what is going on. And what I like about this movie, that because it's told from the perspective of a person that has dementia, you feel like like as an audience you have a dementia. You're constantly
Mm.
confused, like, wait a minute, this character wasn't here before, how the heck? So, and it's really well done. The ending is, I mean,
Unbelievable.
unbelievable. My heart was broken. It's one of those movies that, like I said, a masterpiece. I would recommend this movie to everybody. but if you're not prepared to be sad,
Yeah.
don't watch it because it's really, really hard to watch. But Anthony Hopkins, come on. I mean,
Yeah,
wow.
unbelievable. Yeah, his performance is
Just
some
incredible.
one of the best ever.
I mean, he's over 80 years old and he gives probably one of the best, if not the best performance in his life. But also the supporting cast, really, really good.
Yeah, Olivia Colman is also incredible in this movie.
Yeah, completely agree. And also production design, amazing. Like everything about it, there's no complaints there for this movie. And it goes into Sick because
Which is a little. I mean, okay.
I mean, it's ironic. It's ironic.
It's ironic. We didn't mean to be mean, but we had this list, tier list, also on the last live stream. So
it deals with a person who is sick, so it's kind of ironic that we are putting this movie into sick category, but it is the best movie, so it deserves the spot in Sick.
Oh boy.
Isaac says Anthony Hopkins deserves the Oscar with all due respect to Chadwick.
Yep.
Completely agree. If I was the Academy, I would give it or to Anthony or Riz Ahmed. Chadwick is my third option. But it's gonna go to Chadwick. But yeah, that's how it is. I'm gonna be sad for a second, but happy for Chadwick and Chadwick's family, of course. Moving on to Son.
You son of a
Bitch.
Yeah.
A movie that probably not a lot of people have seen, and hopefully they will, because it's awesome.
Yeah, fuck this movie. Well, this movie stayed with me. It's a horror movie, and it's not for everybody.
Oh no.
And it stays with you. I mean, I speak from my experience. It definitely stayed with me for
a couple of nights.
For quite some nights. Yeah, it's not. Nah, you talk about this movie. I don't want to talk about this movie.
It is scary. I will say this, which is not a thing that you hear from me constantly, or because I'm not easily scared. But this movie is very uncomfortable to watch. It deals with things that you don't expect that this movie will take on. So that was interesting. I think the performances are really, really good. There are some twists you don't expect. So that's awesome as well. But it's not jump scare scary. It just there are some jump scares. I mean, yeah, Matisse was scared as shit like the whole time.
Yeah.
But this movie, it's not for easily scared. I will say, but it's a very small movie, so unfortunately, not a lot of people have seen it. Hopefully, they will. But if you're easily scared, watch it with somebody.
We did predict it though, some stuff that's going to happen, but that also might be because we watched too many movies.
Yeah, majority of people won't expect, I think,
some stuff.
What happens in this movie, but when you see so many movies, it's really hard to be surprised. Even though in some ways this movie did succeed at that, but there's one twist that was kind of obvious. But yeah, Isaac says, "Is it scarier than Saint Maud's big scene?" That is the scariest thing of 2021 so far.
Yeah, Saint Maud.
That scene. But I will say that this movie is more scary in general.
Yeah, overall movie as a whole, I would say it's more disturbing.
Yeah. And it's also really well crafted, really well shot.
And also because the entire Saint Maud is building, it's a time bomb and it just explodes at the end. This movie just starts with
Oh yeah, it
F
starts
this
really
shit.
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, we have I'm not even gonna say. You know, the shit hits the fan pretty damn fast in the movie. So yeah, I would say as a whole, it is more uncomfortable through the entire runtime.
And it's also because it deals with. I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to spoil you this movie at all. You have to watch it on a
Yeah,
clean slate. But there's understanding behind the characters and what they are doing, what their actions are. You understand, even though maybe their actions are wrong, you understand why they are doing them. I really like that about this movie. So I wouldn't say it's sick, maybe in parts when it's scary, but I would
I
say
would say
it's
really
really,
good.
yeah, really
It's
good.
really good. It's really good.
It's really good. So it goes next to Mauritanian.
Well, what a collection of movies we have so far.
Isaac says literally explodes at the end. Saint Maud. Yeah, literally, kind of.
It it extends. Yeah, you'll
Next
get the
one
reference if you saw the movie.
is the biggest one. The one that gave us a lot of hate on our movie reactions.
Yeah, but also at the same time, the best movie ever created in the history of creation. This is this is the new Bible, I would say. We have Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah,
I mean,
boy.
tell me if I'm lying. This movie created life. Yeah, what do you think?
First of all, it's 2021 and I cannot believe it. We are talking about this movie, that this actually happened. We all know what happened with Justice League, and then the movement released the Snyder Cut, and everybody was like, yeah, sure, hashtag it, nobody cares, it's never gonna happen. Well, it happened. We got a 4-hour bombastic bonanza. Everything that you want was in
Yeah,
it.
boy.
Everything that you didn't want was in it. Absolutely everything you can imagine was pretty much in it.
Yeah,
Except
and you know what? What's the you know what the craziest thing about all of this is?
what?
It's actually really damn good.
Yeah. I was expecting a big what the fuck.
Yeah.
And in one parts it was what the fuck, but in a good way.
Yeah.
This movie is very rewatchable, which is surprising for a 4-hour movie. Even though yes, you can watch it in parts because it's like divided in parts. So, but still,
So every time you watch it in parts.
yeah, pretty much. But I really like this movie. First of all, is completely different from what we've got in 2017.
Yeah.
Second of all, it has an arc. It is a movie with the beginning and end that kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. I mean, it's still everything is in it, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. It doesn't. It does make sense, but it doesn't at the same time. But I was so pleased to see that Zack Snyder was able to fulfill his vision and add everything that he could into this. But I really like this movie. I really do like this movie. What are your thoughts on it?
Same. The movie is epic. Like this is like an actual movie, you know. Justice League theatrical version is a studio product cartoon. This is a movie. It makes sense. There's a story. Characters have arcs. There are actually characters in this and actual performances. The editing exists. The cinematography exists. And also the musical score is not a mess. So okay, yeah, you can make fun of that singing lady through the entire movie whenever Wonder Woman does anything when she puts on the shoes. But yeah, the musical score overall is very good.
Yeah, Junkie XL did an amazing job with it. I mean, it still is at times problematic, I will say, because it really is absolutely everything that Zack Snyder had in his mind. He put in this. And there are some parts that don't really work, especially, I would say, the last part.
You mean the added 5 minutes at the end?
I think that I know why he did it. And I like that he did it, and I want more of that.
Yeah.
But I doubt we are gonna get it. And just because they decide, Warner Brothers have their own universe now, rebooting Superman, new Batman, Wonder Woman is successful, Shazam is going forward, we have Black Adam, so many things happening. Would I like to see continuation of Snyder's vision? Yes, because I really enjoy this movie, and I want to see Deathstroke, Joe Manganiello back. I would like to see Jesse Eisenberg back. So all of those things. But I mean, I cannot believe it. We are talking about this movie just because it's.
Yeah, this is the best part of this entire movie, that it actually exists and that we can enjoy it.
And everybody who's like, why are those movies so dark? This is one of those things that I enjoy about this Snyderverse. It's completely different from what we've got, from all the Supermans, Batmans, and all of those things. It also introduces characters that we've never had. Like Aquaman was introduced in this Snyderverse, Wonder Woman was introduced, Flash, Cyborg, so many things.
Snyderverse. The entire Snyderverse?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not in this movie, though.
No, but in the entire Snyderverse. So we have to thank Snyder in a way, because he we wouldn't get movies and characters without him. But on the other hand, when you watch this movie, you don't understand how the heck did theatrical cut even happen. Just because there are some decisions when you see this movie, why did you cut this out? Why did you cut this out? This is the best moment of the movie. How the heck is this not in the theatrical one? And especially if we talk about Flash or Cyborg, they have completely different arcs. They have arcs in this movie, and they're not just devices for plot to move forward. And some, like, I don't know, Booyah and Dostoevsky or whatever. So even if you understand that it's still a problematic and kind of a like weird movie in a way, you have to appreciate it what it is. I would say. So I mean, I would put it between sick and really good, just because I cannot believe it that it happened. So
yeah, I would agree. Put it between there.
Watch it. I watched it twice already. It's one of those movies that I'm gonna watch multiple times, just because.
And I still have to watch the black and white version.
Yeah. Oh, that's there. But if you don't believe us, just find it, watch it on HBO Max, watch fifth and sixth part, and you will understand why the heck is this movie so awesome. Even though all the parts are amazing in their own way, but if you want to see Justice League with like all the best features and everything, watch fifth and sixth part, because it's absolutely amazing. But yeah, share your opinions in the chat. If you've seen Snyder Cut, what did you think? Or any other movie, tell us in the chat. We would really like to know, how did you enjoy any of those movies, if you've seen them. If not, I'm sorry, we are spoiling them right now.
Well, we didn't spoil anything.
We tried to talk about those movies without any heavy spoilers. But yeah, let us know in the chat. We would really like to know your inputs on these movies. But let's now restore the Snyderverse. Let's do that.
Just adding to the community.
Yeah. Even though I don't agree with what they're doing now, they're bombing Godzilla versus Kong. We're gonna talk about this movie.
Yeah, I don't mean that.
Yeah, I do support the movement. I would like to see Snyderverse continuing, but what they're doing now with bombing like reviews for Godzilla versus Kong, that's just dumb. What the fuck are you doing?
Still, Snyder Cut fandom achieved something great, but it's also some of them are very toxic, and I do not agree with their behavior. But there's also good Snyder Cut fans here, so yeah, we can be happy about those.
Yeah, let's be happy about those and about normal people who understand that
being human.
Yeah, and understand that movies are just movies. And nothing more. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the Next, Disney princess movie, the new one, Raya and the Last Dragon. What are your thoughts on it?
I liked it quite a bit, and we both have reaction videos on our channels. I
Check
mean,
it
it's
out.
this. Yeah, it's the same video, but we both
Yeah,
have.
check mine.
Yeah. That's right. Wait, no, mine. But it's. I think that Aquafina makes this movie for me.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
I
That's for
think
sure.
that she's the best part of this entire movie. Her voice performance in this as the dragon. What's the dragon's name?
Oh my god, that's a good question.
It is,
I don't
and
know.
that's where we will say goodbye, and we'll see you next time. But yeah, it's very fun. It has a great adventure feeling to it. It's animated beautifully. It looks so good. The animation is absolutely astounding in this movie. The cinematography and everything. And also, I mean, Kelly Marie Tran in as Raya is great, and I just loved watching it, and I think I will rewatch it soon.
It's like you said, animation. It's stunning. Like every single new animated movie surpasses the previous one in animation. I really like the story. I really like the characters. Aquafina, like you said, made the movie. She was standout for sure, even though everybody was amazing, but she was incredible. And that is coming from somebody who's not a huge fan of Aquafina. Like in all the movies that I've seen her in, I was like, yeah, sure, she's in it, but I was not like, woohoo, yay, she's in it. But yeah, like the story, I think it's very powerful. And I like the dynamic between Dragon and Raya's character. And also, yet again, Disney made some cute things in the way. Is it Armadillo?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it is.
Armadillo, very cute.
Voiced by
Alan
Alan
Tudyk.
Tudyk,
Yeah, for some reason,
the never-ending voice performer of things that don't need voice.
yeah, I mean, he voiced a chicken in Moana for some reason. So sure. And also, what I really appreciated, this is probably the most action-packed Disney animated movie ever.
Might be, yeah.
I think it's really well done. The choreography on the fight sequences were amazing. It was really well done. So yeah, very very
Yeah.
good. And I think another really good movie.
Really good, yeah. And Guy, the flower guy, is my spirit animal.
I like the baby ninja.
Oh yeah.
I like that one. And the monkeys. But yeah, a really good movie. You should watch it if you have time. It's on Disney Plus. No, I don't think it's anymore. I think it's now only in theaters, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think they
Okay.
have like a window of 2 weeks, like
Oh
in
wow.
the theaters and in on Disney Plus, and then it's only theaters. I mean, HBO Max is doing that, so I don't know if Disney does the same, but I know there's no. What is the movie that came out on HBO Max? Little Things. I
Oh
think.
yeah. They have 1 month window on.
Yeah,
HBO
something
Max,
like
yeah.
that.
I know. That, yeah.
Anyway, moving on from Raya and the Last Dragon to a really small independent movie directed by Robin Wright, who was also in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
And she's also in the movie. In the
Oh
movie
yeah,
Land.
yeah, yeah. She also stars and directs, and I think she also written the movie. I'm not so sure.
I don't know. Maybe.
Land, movie called Land. I will say this is not a movie for everyone, and not because it's small or independent. It's just a lot of watching a beautiful cinematography. And it's very contained story about this person who lost everybody and goes somewhere to a secluded, like woods, forest, whatever. And land, yeah, pretty much. And she decides to be there alone to deal with her loss.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot of dialogue. It's more of an exploration how a person like that deals with that, and then she's faced with living in the wilds without knowing how to live there. Pretty much it. But I liked it. So it's a good movie. What would you say?
Yeah, I also think it is underrated. I would say because it played on Sundance and it didn't really get a lot of buzz out of there. But I think that the movie looks beautiful. I think that the cinematography is absolutely breathtaking, and I think it's directed pretty damn well. I don't know. Is it her first? Is it her debut as a
I think
director?
it's her directorial debut. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that was really impressive, and I also think that her performance is really good. I think that like the chemistry she develops with Damien Bashir's character, I think it's really strong, and like the movie takes you by surprise at a few places, and it's a nice surprise. It's a nice little movie that maybe I won't necessarily rewatch, but I am still glad that I saw it.
Yeah, it's not one of those movies that you would rewatch just because of the topic. It's
Hmm.
not really a happy movie, and it is a slow moving movie. It
Yeah.
doesn't the pace is slow,
But it's
but
also not very long.
it's not
It's
a
an
long
hour and a
movie,
half. Yeah, it's an hour
something
and
like
a
that.
half.
Yeah, but it's not a movie you rewatch multiple times. But you can appreciate this movie as a directorial debut, and like you said, it's really well shot. Some of the shots were amazing, and cinematography is beautiful. I really like they use a lot of natural light, and you
Hmm.
can see that. So yeah, good job on her first directorial debut. Cannot wait to see what she does next in her directing endeavors. But I would say this is really good. Another really good movie. Or would you put it somewhere else?
I would go between really
Between
good and
average?
average.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's put it there. Let's put it over here. Bam. And the next one came out yesterday. The big one.
Mm.
One and only Godzilla versus Kong. Bam.
Also Damien Bashir.
Also, Damien Bashir was in everything. He was in Chaos Walking as well.
Yeah,
So don't get too attached, I will say.
and probably he was Invisible Man in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, probably. um, take it away with Godzilla versus Kong.
It's it's big monkey and big lizard like fighting, and that's it. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fun. Yeah,
it's
it's
fun.
fun. Also, reactions on both of our channels.
True that. Not the same video now, so
Nope. Yeah,
it's.
I mean,
I
it
mean,
kind of,
there are
kind
some
of.
jokes that are pretty much the same. Like we did the same
Yeah,
freaking
we have the
video.
same mind.
So yeah, Godzilla versus Kong. It's fun. I think it's
Yeah,
gonna be even better when I see it again. Don't expect like some deeper story with humans because if you've seen any of those movies before in this franchise or this monster verse, humans
yeah,
are useless.
yeah. And they tried to do a deeper story with the previous
Yeah,
Godzilla
and
movie,
it
and
didn't
it was
work.
kind of yeah, it was kind of dull.
And
So
here it's kind of funny that some humans are just in the movie for one scene.
yeah,
uh, it's funny because you're like, oh, you're in the movie. But if you're here to watch Godzilla and Kong fighting, you get that. And I will say, out of now, this is the fourth one in this MonsterVerse. I think I would say it's the best one
yeah, it
just because
is.
it's so epic and huge in scope. You're gonna have to wait like half an hour for things to really get going,
Mm,
because they really do try with humans to give them some purpose, even though they have zero purpose.
yeah,
But if you want Kong and Godzilla throwing punches and destroying everybody and pretty much killing everybody, you're gonna get that. But all of those movies are kind of like it's really hard to make a movie about these huge monsters and make humans in some way useful. So if I was the director of a new Kong Godzilla verse, I would honestly make them talk just without
but
humans, make them like a society of monsters and they deal with their problems and fight. I honestly don't need
that's
humans.
that's why you don't direct movies.
Yeah, I mean, I would do the same. I look at MonsterVerse the same way that I look at Transformers.
Yeah,
Don't give me humans. Give me Optimus Prime kicking ass to I don't know what Megatron, and that's it. I don't need anybody else running away. Of course, that's the only thing you can do in these movies: run away and hopefully don't die. But yeah, it's visually the best movie,
Oh
like
yeah,
looking movie.
I was very impressed with the visuals. I think the visual effects are great.
Yeah, I would completely agree. And this is the first kind of movie like when two monsters fight that you can actually see what the heck is going on, even if it's in the dark. So don't worry, you're gonna see, and you're not gonna get an epileptic attack. Don't worry,
Yeah.
it's not like that. That was King Kong versus no, that was Godzilla, King of the Monsters. That was the movie.
Yeah.
But this one goes
Same as Land, I would say.
average. Okay,
I
average
would
between.
go between average and really good
Okay,
because it is very fun and also I would say rewatchable.
Yeah, yeah. Agree. I mean, if we look at the list now, there's no bad movies, but now we are gonna go to some bad shite.
Oh, I'm scared.
We are gonna talk about a movie that I don't know if anybody even heard about.
Oh yeah.
Fear of Rain,
Yeah.
starring Madison Eisman, Katherine Heigl, another guy, and another guy that I don't remember the names.
Yeah.
Do I even need to say it? This is shite.
Yeah, they put it on shite. It's a movie that is directed by the woman who is now doing the next two After movies, and we are
So
big
excited.
fans. Yeah, we are big fans of After franchise in the most ironic way possible. Those movies are so much fun,
Oh yeah, they are.
and we were just excited. You know what will this woman do with something else that is not After? And I'm scared for After now. You know, she like films this movie in a very ugly format. The colors are very like TV movie like. I mean, Madison Eisman is fine. Her performance is okay. I guess she's not the problem here. But the story, what they do with this story is so generic and just, it's a TV movie level.
It
I would
looks
say.
like a TV movie.
Yeah.
One of the things that bothered me the most, I mean, you get a budget of I don't know how much, let's say 5 million at least,
Yeah.
and your movie looks like a bad student movie. And also Katherine Heigl. What the? I mean, how the hell she has a career in this world? I don't know. She
Yeah,
just
and
sits.
Yeah, and her character is so predictable in this. I predicted it in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. And also, you have to understand this movie deals with schizophrenia, which is a very hard topic, like a difficult thing to deal with. I cannot imagine how people can go through something like that, and people who have relatives that have this disease. I cannot even
Yeah.
understand it. But the way
Well-
it's done and portrayed in this movie, it's awful. It's awful.
Yeah, it's made. Yeah, it's made into a horror movie, but like a movie that also dealt with schizophrenia and was last year's Words on Bathroom Walls that I really liked. So go and check out that movie. But this one did it wrong.
And also, if you look at our list, we have The Father, which deals with dementia, and this one deals with schizophrenia, which is not the same thing. I'm not saying that, but it's a disease that really deals with tackles your psyche, and it's very confusing for everybody, not just for the person who has it. But this one is just on
Yeah.
every single level, shite.
Yeah, just put it on shite. And I also thought that it's not like the overall plot is terrible. I mean, how it's put together, it's terrible. I think that it does have potential as the story, but I don't know why they are trying to put all these jump scares in it and all these, I don't know, nightmares that have essentially nothing to do with the overall bigger plot. Really did not work for me. And the ending is terrible.
Oh yeah,
The editing in that ending is horrendous.
I think this is gonna be the only movie that we are gonna say just don't watch it. Just
I mean,
find something else.
You have one prepared right now.
I mean, sure, but I still think it's a bit better than Fear of Rain. But anyway, Fear of Rain is shite. Now we are moving to a movie that probably has the less performance of our vampire Army Hammer.
Oh, our snacker.
Yeah. Our I like to suck blood and guy or whatever.
Yeah. Our I like to nibble. I don't know. Just it's Crisis. It's Crisis. It's Army Hammer. We all know it.
I mean, the cast. You've got Evangeline Lilly, Army Hammer, Gary Oldman, and also a lot of other people, and also 7,500 plots.
Yeah.
This is pretty much plot the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very good. It's not good.
It's not very good. We have it revolves around. What's the story? Isn't it like some pharmaceutical thing that there's
something like that?
There is a new medicine.
So if we explain it like in the most dumb way, let's say like that.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman plays a pharmacist who is developing this. Not developing.
You remember his name in the movie?
Josh.
It's Tyrone.
Oh yeah, Tyrone. Yeah, it was very funny. So he is this guy who tests medical things, and he's also a teacher at a college, whatever. And Army Hammer is an undercover cop, and Evangeline Lilly is a mom to a son who died because of these pharmaceuticals. Mm-hmm. And now the plot thickens.
Yep.
And we just said 3 different plots, and there's 5 more, and at the end they kinda connect in a way, even though they don't.
I don't know. I'm literally becoming sad talking about this movie.
I mean, we are gonna end our review on this movie here and just put it in shite because it's shite.
It's shite.
Don't watch it. I'm sorry I said that it's better than Fear of Rain. It's not. It's shite.
It is better than Fear of Rain, but you know.
But is it though?
Yeah, this shit is a little less smellier than the other shits.
Yeah. Another Tom Holland movie is here. Another movie that is apparently shite, but we don't think so.
We should hate this movie. Yeah.
Cherry, starring Tom Holland, directed by Russo brothers, who did, of course, the last 2 Avenger movies and Captain America: Civil War, Winter Soldier, all of those things. And they are now back with Tom Holland in this movie called Cherry, which is kind of based on a true story. I mean, it's based on a book that is based on a true story, something like that.
This guy wrote the book,
something like that.
That the movie is based on.
And it's about this guy who is an addict, goes to war, comes back, and becomes an addict. Kind of not pressures, but puts her girlfriend,
his wife.
Yeah, I'm sorry. His wife into the same situation. They both become addicts, and because they need money, he starts robbing people, robbing banks.
Yeah.
But what is interesting about this movie, it's interestingly told. I don't know if that's the right phrase. It's not conventional, that's for sure. But this movie got so many bad reviews. We were like, what the heck is this movie?
We were scared,
scared. Russo brothers, Tom Holland, what the heck? How the heck is this a bad movie? It's not a bad movie. It honestly it isn't. It's a really good movie, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is unconventionally told. You get a lot of different perspectives. It's divided in chapters. So you see different parts of his life, but I like it. I think I like it just because it's so unconventional, and I was surprised how well it worked, at least for me, and for you too.
I think Tom Holland is fantastic in this movie. And cinematography I was very impressed with. the movie is so well shot, and it has such a unique style that I don't know, like people, it's very like it's a movie that like when you hear about the concept you would expect it to be told in a certain way, but it like flips the page on you and the movie is completely differently told. And I actually really appreciated that, and I thought that the performances were all very great. Ciara Bravo is the
I
actress.
think so, something like that, yeah.
I thought that she was really good in this, and also Joe Russo is in the movie.
And Jack Rayner, I just
Yeah,
remembered.
yeah,
Jack Rayner is
yeah.
also in it. Isaac says Cherry just reflects a herd America post 9/11. That's why it was not well received, because it's against the new society in America. Yeah, I mean, critics really didn't like this movie. I don't know why, honestly. Maybe because of the reason you just said, Isaac. I honestly don't understand. I honestly don't understand what is so bad about this movie. But I like it. I think it's very powerful. It doesn't shy away from really bad things. You see all the bad things. You see an anus, even though that was a weird shot, to be completely honest. That is a spoiler, but I have to prepare you. You see the inside of an anus,
Tom Holland.
of Tom Holland's anus. So be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Is it a weird artistic choice? Yes, it is. Does it work in a movie? Sure, it does.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't put it in.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay, that's a bad expression right now. I wouldn't put that shot in the movie, but it was funny when it was on screen. So.
But I think that like I said, I am confused why this movie got so many bad reviews. But I think that because it's on streaming on Apple, I think this movie is gonna get more appreciation through time. I think that when people see it, and maybe dive a little bit deeper what the meaning of this movie is and what it's trying to say, I think it's gonna be better received, especially from the audience, not the critics so much. But yeah, I liked it. I'm gonna put it between really good and sick, I will say. I
would say really good, yeah.
Okay, then let's put it there. Let's put it over like that. It's gonna be
that's
somewhere in here.
Great.
And now the last movie that I haven't seen. You've seen it. A documentary about Billie Eilish, if I know correctly.
Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry. I just put it in really good.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the movie. It's very well told. It's very long. It's like 2 hours 20.
Damn.
But it's very enjoyable. It's entertaining. I mean, I didn't really need to see her putting tarantula in her mouth, so yeah, just skip that shot. But it does explore some stuff about her life. It does portray things in a very interesting way. This performance, how everybody expects them to kind of be always on board and always on board with meeting people and be nice to everybody, and and how these performers are most of the time exhausted after shows and everything. It does offer a good look into that. And I just found it very, it's a fast, it does have a nice pacing, so it does flow very nicely. And good, if you like her music, there are good songs in the movie, and I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, I have to check it out. Check it out. I haven't seen it yet.
And it's also on Apple Plus.
Yeah, and I like documentaries, so I'm sure gonna watch it. But I think that one thing that we can say, 2021 is an awesome year for movies so far, and theaters haven't been open, at least here.
Yeah.
All the movies that we've seen are through streaming or VODs or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, look at this list. Even average movies like Chaos Walking and Tom and Jerry,
we enjoyed.
They are fun. We are not going to say they are Oscar worthy or something like that. But I mean, even like January and February were also amazing for movies, and we are very excited for the movies that are coming out in April. There's a lot of them that we are for sure gonna watch. I think tomorrow, Concrete Cowboy is coming out on Netflix.
Yeah, and I think that isn't and Jeffrey Dean Morgan Unholy, a horror
Yeah,
movie
something
comes
like
out.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also then Mortal Kombat is coming out, which looks amazing, and probably a lot of other movies that
There's a Netflix movie with what's that movie in space?
Oh, the trailer looks good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In that? Who's in that?
Anna Kendrick is in it.
Yeah. Is it Anna Kendrick?
Yeah, it is. It is Anna
Is
Kendrick.
it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I don't know.
Isaac says, you guys watch If Anything Happens, I Love You on Netflix. It's an animated short nominated this year at the Oscars, only 12 minutes. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? No. Sure, we can check it out. But yeah, I would say that 2021 is an amazing year for movies so far. I mean, last year I've seen like till this time, let's say till April, I've seen maybe 10 movies, not more. And now I'm already in like 40, 50 movies almost.
Yeah.
And the majority of them are average or above. So that's good. And like we did this today, we're gonna do the same thing for every single month. I think that's the best way for us to review movies. Just because I don't want to do reviews for every single movie on its own. Even though yes, I like talking about movies, but it just doesn't get any views at all, and it feels like I'm doing it for nobody. And I don't want to see that. I like interaction with you guys, and I think that's the best way to talk about movies in just one big video or live stream.
Yeah, just write in chat which is your favorite movie so far.
So yeah, do that as well. Out of these movies in March, Matitz, which is your favorite?
Yeah, I would say The Father.
The Father. Yeah, I would go the same. But if I go just with, I'm not gonna rewatch The Father a lot of times.
Yeah.
I think I would go with
Cherry and Snyder Cut.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, if I would have to, I would like the last one. I would put Fear of Rain.
Oh yeah,
Crisis, then Tom and Jerry, then Chaos Walking, then probably Land, Godzilla. I don't know, Sun, Mauritanian, Raya, Billie Eilish, Cherry, Snyder Cut, and then like Father. Yeah.
And
if we have to rank them, yeah.
I would also say that The Father is so far the best movie of 2021.
Yeah, but it's not this year's movie.
That's it is like wide release. It is 2021 movie.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then it is. Yeah. I would say one of my. I think I would still go with Our Friend as my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, that one is good as well, and not a lot of people have seen it.
And by the way, that Netflix's movie is Stowaway.
Yeah, the trailer looked good. So expect the same thing at the end of, or at the beginning of May, or at the end of April, when we are gonna review all the movies that we've seen in April. But yeah, until then, I think that is it. I'm gonna turn off the Photoshop, so we are just here. We've seen 13 movies in March. Tomorrow, Concrete Cowboy, for sure we are gonna watch it. Idris Elba and the guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah, Caleb McLaughlin.
Yep, yeah, that guy.
And Falcon and the Winter Soldier reactions.
Yeah, true that. And also stream. So another stream tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central European time, when we are gonna talk about spoilers, heavy spoilers, for the third episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier. So stay tuned for that. Like always, every single Friday. But yeah, if there's nothing else, if you want to say anything in the chat, you're welcome to do that. If not, thank you for being here. This was fun. And we are gonna see you tomorrow, the same time. I don't know what that means for your time, but for us it's 8 p.m. Central European time.
Yeah, I think that's 8 p.m. European. Isn't that's like 11 a.m. California time?
I
Something.
think
Yeah,
so. I think so.
yeah,
Something
it's
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned tomorrow for another stream, like we said, and of course then at the end of April, another stream like that when we're gonna review all the movies of April. But until then, we're gonna see you tomorrow. Bye bye.